Yo, how's it going, guys? Wench Catchers Gaming here, bringing you another commentary. So today, Payday announced, or Overkill I should say, announced that Payday 2, in their next update, they're getting rid of microtransactions. Now, just to fill in the blanks, Payday back in 2013, well, Overkill I should say, because they're the people who made it, they stated that there will never be microtransactions within the game, but as of 2015 they actually added in microtransactions, which were similar to how CSGO has cases, but instead of cases we had safes that you have to grind the game for it to drop. Well, not really grind, you just have to find the case within the map and buy a key, a drill for it to open the safe. So it costs, I think it was about £1 something for a drill to open the safe. You know, it's very similar to how CSGO does their cases. So, you know, they added that even though they promised us not to add in microtransactions and Payday. But now they've actually brought right from their publisher, which is 505 Games, and now they're getting rid of microtransactions in update 100. So, well, I wanted to just put out my thoughts on what it was like when they did put in microtransactions. You know, when Payday actually has this crime fest, this event where they have a 10-day event, and you know, each day they give us free stuff. It could be free maps, free missions, or free items. You know, and you know, on the 10th day they actually gave us these safes that were basically microtransaction cases, and everyone was really angry because it's, you know, it's crime fest, it's meant to be free, it's meant to be fun, and everyone was, you know, really grinding for those safes to open. And you know, Reddit went crazy with it, and a lot of big news reporting sites also covered it. You know, they were just getting a lot of shit. Now, one of the big things about microtransactions for me, I think microtransactions should not just be there for you to really keep making money for no reason at all. Obviously, if you're a free to play game, then that's how you make your money. Understandable. You know how Warframe does it, for example. They have your microtransactions, but you can also grind for the gear. You can get everything, or you can buy it if you really want to. No, that's fair. I think that's fair. But with Payday, you couldn't do that. You had to buy the key, just like CSGO. And I think, you know, certain microtransactions should really complement a game. It shouldn't just make you just keep making, you know, money out of nowhere, this microtransactions game. Because if Payday 2 was going downhill, then as a business or you know, as a publisher, I'd understand if you want to put in microtransactions to make it fresh and make you more money, because you know game's not that popular. But Payday 2 is extremely popular, still popular to this day, and they're still going to be supporting Payday 2 until the end of 2017, which is crazy. And it's great that they're doing it. Really, I mean, what developer really does that anymore? So support's gonna stay till 2017. It can continue. The person in charge, Almir, says that it could continue the support, or it could not, depending on where they're at 2017. But apart from that, I mean, they have like 100 fucking DLCs within Payday. You know, some of the DLCs you can really, you know, you only need a few to really give you that edge in the combat. You know, like the sniper DLC are just so friggin' powerful that, you know, I only really needed the sniper DLC. But you know, they had all the other DLCs that they just kept bringing out, and that was crazy to me. But they made a lot of money off of that. So for them to also bring in microtransactions was weird, because, you know, they're very successful in the game. Why are you making us buy lube for an ass raping? You know, I just didn't understand it at that time. But what I will say, it could have been a publisher decision, because 505 Games might have wanted this, since they really don't have full rights to it. Overkill don't have full rights to the game until now. So it could have been a decision made by the publisher, because maybe they just wanted more money. For a fact that Overkill has always been community driven. They've made fucking an insane amount of changes based on community feedback. It's actually ridiculous the amount of changes they've made. Even some of the mods that came out for Payday 2, they actually implemented within their own game. They actually took on the guy who made some of the really nice, UI mods for Payday. It just goes to show that they want this game to be community driven, and it's very community driven. You can even sign up to the community page and get free items, which is pretty cool. So I think that there's a big possibility the microtransactions was a publisher decision rather than Payday 2 or Overkill themselves really making that decision, because two people within Overkill software said that definitely no, there'll be no microtransactions. So I think it was a big publisher decision, but it's really, really great that they've got rid of it. I'd never felt that these things, these safes that you have to look for and pay money to open, really complemented the game like CSGO does. CSGO, it's been going on for years, and when they brought the cases out, everyone was happy. There wasn't like a backlash, a big backlash like Payday has, because you can't promise something and then break that promise. But then again, they don't have full rights to the game, which they do now. So the microtransactions really did not complement the game in my eyes. Some of the skins when it first came out, there's only really a few, just a couple few, and that really didn't. Some of them, in my eyes, didn't really look that great. Some of the weapons that I use a lot didn't really have a skin for, so I really didn't use the safe thing. But it was there. It was an addition that no one really wanted, no one really enjoyed. It really didn't have to be there because they already a successful game. They already had a lot of money. They don't really needed microtransactions to keep the game going. They never really needed that, so it didn't make sense, and it was a really annoying decision made by them. I think all the community felt that way, felt the ass rape, especially on an event like Crime Fest, where that goes on every year, which is one of the, very, very good events that me and Simon always go for. Simon, who's also a part of the Wench Catchers, we used to play Payday on this channel, and, I uploaded it, and we love Payday since Payday 1. We're such huge fans of the first Payday, and they carried that inspiration over to the second one and made it better. So I'm very happy that they've got rid of something the community didn't really want in this, and that they said, that they really did not want to implement. Now, what's also, just to add in now, they've also got a deal with 505 Games, because they are working on Payday 3, so this deal is actually going to give Overkill or Starbreeze, the parent studio is Starbreeze, give them 33% cut of net revenues of Payday 3, which is capped at $40 million. So I'm looking forward to see Payday 3. I'm not sure what else they're going to add. Hopefully it stays community driven. But all I'd say is I'm glad that microtransactions are out of the game. Then it shouldn't really be there, especially for a successful game to be adding it in, especially for a game that has 100 DLCs that no one really needs. So I'm glad they have full rights now, and I'm glad they're moving forward. I hope they keep the game community driven, and that's really all I had to say. It's good. I hate microtransactions, as we all do. It works with some games, it doesn't work with others. I don't think it really didn't work with Payday 2. It works with these free online games, because that's how they make their money, and a lot of the free online games makes you get those things. The fair ones makes you get everything just by you playing the game, or you can buy it. That's a very fair way to do it, but there was no such thing with this game. And Payday 2 is not free, but as I said, successful game. You really didn't need microtransactions, and for Payday 2 to shift away from listening to the community and having microtransactions was a pain in the ass. No, I know not many people even used it in the game. But yeah, that's all I really had to say. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Tell me if microtransactions in the past you thought was a good idea, or was it a bad idea? What you think of the promise that they broke. But apart from that, guys, if you enjoyed this commentary, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe. I should be streaming quite a bit now, maybe nearly every day. I'll be streaming Dragon Age with a couple friends, well, a couple of people from the old Wolfram clan, so look out for that. Not sure if I'll be streaming any more than that, but you know, if you want to jump in, I'd say around 6 to 7 PM GMT time, so UK time. If you want to jump in and check on the live stream, or send me a message on Twitter just asking me if the live stream is going to be up, you can do that. I'll respond. I'm at home right now, so you know, I'll respond very quickly. But apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.
Sip on my coffee as I write another hit. At times I get cocky, so I keep a joint lit that rhymes. T-shirt the same color.